Alright, so today, working on the Skidoo, well, the Skidoo truck I should say, so none of y'all think it's a snowmobile. Nonetheless, we're working on the brakes. We're gonna not be doing it the proper way, because I didn't realize just how hard it is to find parts for these old trucks. So, I got shoes, I got wheel cylinders, I got like 6, because I don't know which ones are gonna work. And I got only the rear hose. I'm ordering the front hoses. The problem I ran into is brake hardware it's just almost impossible to find unless it's for a 4-wheel drive vehicle. And this is not. It's a 2-wheel drive. So I'm going to try to use the old hardware and see if I can't get some of these wheel cylinders to work, and hope the shoes are right. Just going to clean up the drums the best I can for now. Got new master cylinder. That was easy enough to get. So, yeah, let's get to work. Well, it's been about 2, maybe 3 hours, and I finally got one of them done. Yeah, shoes are right. Wheel cylinders are right. Pretty sure, at least. Everything looks to be in place. Yeah. I'm not proud of how long this took me. And I still got 3 more to go, and I'm pretty sure I just remembered that on the front left, the one I had to really tear off because the shoes had rusted to the drum. Pretty sure I don't have either of these, so that might be a problem. Well, it definitely took a big hammer, but I finally got this this one off. Oh, luckily, dragging it around like I did broke the pads, or the shoes, free from the drum. And just banging on with a big ass hammer broke it free from the hub, or the axle, whatever you want to call it. Oh, let's clean it up, get those shoes replaced. Hopefully it doesn't take me as long as it took me the other side. Then I can figure out what I'm going to do about that front one. A little trick that I learned when I was working on the 77 is, I've never had an issue taking the brake line off of the rear right. The rear left, I've always found that it's always seized where the flare is on the brake line for the wheel cylinder. And the trick that I found is that it's almost never sealed at the this valve right here. So I break it free there, and I just bend out the line this way, and I just hand twist it off this line, and I put it on the same way, because that's seized, that one's not, so that way I don't have to replace the brake line right away. And look at that 50-year-old brake fluid that's somehow still in there. Also, another issue I found is my rear pinion seal is leaking, and I don't want to work with that because I know those crush sleeves are kind of a pain in the ass, but I'll work on it later. Okay, so I'm done today for working on the 63, but just kind of a walk through what I did as I was able to rebuild the rear brakes. And one, I didn't have the socket I needed to take the the bearing lock nut, retainer nut, off of the front wheels to take the drums off, because I'm a doofus and I forgot about it. So I didn't take apart the front drums, and I remembered that the driver's side anyways, I completely annihilated the retaining pins when I had to rip it off, and can't find those anymore, which is probably why, if you look online, they don't have 2-wheel drive front drum parts really anymore. It's all 4-wheel drive or disc conversion kits, and it's about $800 for the kit I was looking at. So I might end up in the future just getting a disc conversion kit and converting the front brakes to discs. And with that being said, for right now, the temporary fix is from the master cylinder that we replaced that, by the way. There's a single line, metal line, brake line coming off of it, and it goes into kind of a four-way split. So, one goes from the master cylinder down to that forward split, and then the one to the left goes to the rear brakes, and the one straight down goes to the passenger front wheel cylinder, and the one to the right goes to the driver's side wheel cylinder. So what we did is we took those out, and we just got some bolts and threaded them in there, and basically deleted my front drums, so they're useless. Very controversial, but it's going to allow me to, drive the vehicle here in town at least, and be able to stop until I can, either get the money to convert those fronts to disc, or until I can go on eBay or something and just get replacement pins and springs and shit, because that driver's side is just annihilated. I really messed it up, but I got the shoes for it, and I should have the right wheel cylinders. I'm not 100% sure, but for right now, the front brakes are just deleted and we only have the rear. Still need to get the engine running. We checked the points. They're looking brand new, so we're going to leave those for now. We checked the coil, and we have no power or no spark coming from the coil, so I'm going to order a coil, throw that in, and we'll try that again. And I'm still waiting for the guy to finish rebuilding the second part for the driveline, so we're still a ways away from getting her running, but making progress.